Yo anime fans, welcome back to the channel. Tensura, Re:Zero, Mushoku Tensei, 3 of the most legendary isekai ever made, and all 3 are coming back in 2026. But that's not even the full story, because we've got 7 returning isekai this year, and the lineup is honestly ridiculous. From brutal assassins and overpowered demon lords to the king of suffering himself, 2026 is not playing around. So if you're an isekai fan, this is your year. Grab your snacks, get comfy, and let's count down the 7 returning isekai anime releasing in 2026. Let's get into it. Kicking things off at number 7, Tsukimichi. Moonlit Fantasy is back with season 3. Now, if you've been following Makoto's journey, you already know this guy started as someone the goddess herself rejected, literally thrown to the edge of civilization and told good luck surviving. But instead of breaking, he built. He gathered Tomo, Mio, and some of the most powerful allies in the world. He created his own territory. He made it crystal clear he doesn't need the goddess or her system. Season 3 is where that confidence starts costing him, because Makoto's power has gotten so massive that it's not just the goddess watching him anymore. Demons, gods, and powerful political factions are starting to see his territory, as a threat. This season pushes Tsukimichi from fun power fantasy into full-scale world conflict. The stakes are different now, when the enemies are smarter, and Makoto is gonna have to fight on a level that goes way beyond just being strong. If you love overpowered MCs who actually earn every bit of their strength and still get pushed to the limit, Tsukimichi Season 3 is going to hit you hard. Coming in at number 6, and honestly, a lot of people didn't see this one coming, Skeleton Knight in Another World is back with Season 2. Season 1 was simple, right? Ark woke up inside his overpowered game character, or realized he was a skeleton underneath all that armor, and just wandered around being an accidental hero. Classic comfy adventure vibes. But Season 2? Season 2 is a completely different animal. Ark getting accepted into the Elven Village was the end of his quiet solo journey, because from here, the story moves into the Holy Empire arc, and things get dark. We're talking large-scale political corruption, slavery networks operating in the shadows, brutal warfare between nations, and for the first time, enemies who actually understand how strong Ark is and are deliberately targeting him because of it. He can't just wander anymore. He has to think. The animation is looking cleaner. Hell is confirmed for the new opening, and the energy is going to be through the roof from episode 1. If season 1 had you hooked on the cozy adventure, season 2 is about to remind you that this world was never actually safe. At number 5, Reincarnated as a Sword is returning, and after how season 1 ended, the hype is real. Season 1 gave us one of the most unique setups in the genre. A man reincarnated not as a hero, not as a demon lord, but as a magical sword, and his partner, a young black cat girl named Fran, who was literally a slave before they broke free together. That relationship, teacher and Fran, is the entire soul of this show. Season 2 picks up with them leaving the starting areas completely behind. New regions, stronger enemies, and territories that are going to test everything they've built. But here's what makes this season special. It's not just about power scaling. Season 2 is leaning hard into Fran's growth, her desire to evolve, her connection to her people, what it actually means for her to stand on her own 2 feet or 4 paws and become who she was always meant to be. The combat animation looks sharper and more fluid than ever. The world opens up massively, and the bond between Fran and teacher? It gets tested in ways you won't expect. This isn't just a power fantasy. This is a story about a girl finding out who she actually is. And season 2 is where that journey goes next level. At number 4, the deadliest gentleman in isekai is back. World's finest assassin gets reincarnated in Another World as an aristocrat. Season 2. Season 1 was all set up. Lou got reincarnated, so built his noble cover identity, trained his skills from scratch, and quietly became one of the most dangerous people in a world full of dangerous people, all with one mission: to someday eliminate the hero who's destined to destroy everything. Season 2 is where the setup becomes consequences. Lug's operations aren't small scale anymore. His moves are affecting entire kingdoms, and the enemies he's up against now, they're not random targets. They're organized, they're intelligent, and they're hunting threats like him. Every mission now carries the risk of total exposure. One wrong move, and everything he spent season 1 building gets destroyed. But here's what takes takes this season to another level. Lug starts questioning his own mission, the bonds he's built, the people he's protecting. It starts to conflict with the cold calculation he was reborn to carry out. Expect mind games, precision assassinations, brutal combat, and moral conflict that hits deeper than most isekai will ever dare to go. If you love strategy, tension, and action that actually means something, World's Finest Assassin Season 2 is firing on all cylinders. Number 3, The King of Suffering is back. Re:Zero Season 4, April 2026. And this time, we didn't even have to wait 5 years for it. Season 3 put Subaru through the Watergate City arc, one of the most brutal, emotionally devastating runs in the entire franchise. And just when you thought he'd earned a moment to breathe, the Pleiades Watchtower is waiting. This is where the story gets genuinely dense. The tower holds answers. Answers about the world, about Satella, about things Subaru has been chasing since episode 1. But getting those answers, nothing in Re:Zero is ever that simple. We're already seeing the trailers introducing Rita Straya, the legendary first Sword Saint, and Shaola, who has a connection to Subaru that is unlike anything we've seen before in this series. White Fox is still at the helm. It's the franchise's 10th anniversary. They are not holding back. Expect gut punch drama, mind-bending plot twists, episodes that will have you theorizing at 2 a.m., and that signature Re:Zero combination of hope and absolute despair that no other isekai has ever replicated. If Re:Zero has ever made you feel something you couldn't quite explain, Season 4 is going to break you in the best way possible. Number 2, and this one is not just hype, this is earned. Mushoku Tensei, Jobless Reincarnation, Season 3, coming July 2026, streaming on Crunchyroll. Let's be real about what Mushoku Tensei actually is. It's not just another isekai, it's the foundation that modern isekai is built on. This is a deeply story-driven anime filled with growth, regret, pain, and emotional consequences that actually matter. Rudeus's journey was never about instant power. It was always about one thing: becoming a better person after wasting his first life. Season 1 showed us his childhood, the foundation being laid. Season 2 broke him down and forced him to confront every flaw he still carried. Season 3 is the point of no return. The decisions Rudeus makes here aren't mistakes he can recover from easily. Then this season marks one of the most pivotal turning points in his entire story, where his choices begin shaping a future that cannot be undone. And the early footage Studio Bind is delivering. This is the most visually polished season yet. Evolving relationships, new territories, magical challenges that test not just his power, but his resolve, his character, and everything he's worked to become. If you followed Rudeus from the very beginning, Season 3 is your payoff. If you haven't started Mushoku Tensei yet, this is your sign. There has never been a better time to catch up. And finally, at number 1, that time I got reincarnated as a slime, Season 4. Look, calling Rimuru Tempest overpowered at this point is almost an insult to how far this character has come. What started as a weak, formless slime in a dark cave, no body, no eyes, no idea what was happening, became the leader of a nation, a demon lord, a figure that literal gods are paying attention to. Season 4 is not about survival anymore. It's not even about building. Season 4 is about dominance. Tempest is a global power now, and not everyone is happy about it. Other kingdoms are watching, other demon lords are calculating. The political pressure bearing down on Rimuru this season is on a scale we have never seen before, because the stakes aren't just his people anymore, they're entire continents. And here's what makes this absolutely insane. Season 4 has been confirmed for a 5 cours run. That's nearly 60 episodes. 60! In modern seasonal anime, that almost doesn't happen. This is not a season, this is an event. Kicking off April 3rd, 2026. Massive wars, high-stakes diplomacy, power scaling that gets genuinely ridiculous, and watching Rimuru calmly outmaneuver enemies who actually think they have a chance. Tensura Season 4 isn't just the number 1 returning isekai of 2026. It might be the number 1 anime of the entire year, and that's the list. The 7 returning isekai anime you need to have on your radar for 2026. Which one are you most hyped for? Drop it in the comments. If you enjoyed this countdown, hit that like button. It takes 2 seconds. And send this video to a friend who needs to update their watch list. Until next time, peace out.